Hello everyone. Time for a quick little video talking more about loops, a couple more ways to utilize them. So I've got a little project here I've already made. You can make one as well. I just called it more loops. So with this one, I'm going to use a little bit of user input to go along with my loops. We've made a for loop before, for, I guess I have to click on the thing for this to work. There we go. For int I equals 0, I less than 5, I plus plus, let's say. And then I, of course, print something. Uh, Pickles, or whatever. Now, if I leave it like this, of course, it's all going to print on one line, but we'll just see if that works like it's supposed to. Oh, there we go. Bunch of pickles on the screen. So, I'm going to go ahead and add the, it could be a /n, or it could just be the end line, end L. That's fine too. Basically means the same result. I get 5 pickles on the screen. So this loop goes 5 times. Now, sometimes I don't specifically know how many times it's going to go. I think I've shown how we could change that to a variable and use it. Well, we could also ask the user to do this. Type in how many loops we need. So again, end L. And then, of course, I need a variable of some sort. So we'll just go ahead and make just int loop equals 0. Cn, there we go, just loop. And I'm going to loop that many times. Pretty simple. You gotta make a little mark here. There we go. So I run this, I let it go, and it asks me, I give it 3 or something, and I get 3 pickles. Pretty simple and straightforward. Now, what if I want to loop until I type in a certain something? In this case, I don't want to loop. I don't want the input to be before the loop. I want it to be after. So in that case, or I should say not after, but inside, I'll use a while loop for this. I could use a for loop, and we could kind of force in this if I wanted to, have some if statements and some other stuff in there. But let's say I make a Boolean bool. Let's see here. So bool, I'll just say end equals true, right? There we go. Or rather, false in this case. And I can just say while not end. Now, while not end is the same as saying while end does not equal true, or while end equals false. There's literally 3 ways to write the same thing, whichever you prefer. Like that, if that makes more sense for you, then do that. And of course, I'm going to ask the user to type something in. Now, this could be some text, it could be something else. I'm simply just going to, let's make a simple little int variable, I guess. Int number equals 0. Now I'm going to ask the user to type in something. So type in a number. And let's go with 100 to exit, right? It can be anything. It doesn't really matter. There we go. So cn number. And I can just say if number, let's just say equals 100. Then in this case, I'll print a little message. Goodbye. And I will also do a nice little end equals true. If end while. So in this case, I'm going to be asking to type in a number every time, and whatever I type in, it's going to do its thing. Let me just go ahead and add a little here. You typed in number. That way I can see the number I typed in and I actually have something going on. So we'll run this, and I'll get, of course, my for loop version of this first. If I type in 0, well, it won't print anything there. Okay, 2. I typed in 2. Okay, 3, 5, 0. Whatever number I type in, 100. You typed in 100, goodbye. And then it ended. And let's see, oh yeah, I don't have like an inline there or something, so I've got some things on the same screen, but that's fine. You kind of see how that works. So with this, I can be inside the loop and basically just keep going until a certain thing is true. Now, I could do while end equals true here, or doesn't equal true. Or I can just say while number does not equal 100. Let me comment that out. If I do it this way, I don't actually need the if unless I want to like say goodbye. But then I could just put the little goodbye at the end of the while, and I would still get kind of the same result. So if I commented this out, for example, if I did that, I could just put this line down here. Well, let's highlight it properly. Like that. So if I put this in this spot instead, then I would get the exact same result. I'll run it just so you can see. 0. I click on the screen. There we go. And I type in numbers 100. Goodbye. So this is one of those examples where I could do this a couple of different ways. This way is obviously shorter if I take those out, but I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be. If I just keep it with end does not equal true, then I have to have this little if in here to check. And neither way is incorrect because they do the same thing. That's just a quick little rundown on how to control some ifs with some user input. Hopefully you understood all that. As always, if you have any questions, just let me know.